just wanted to check in because I haven't in a while, and just wanted to let you guys know, today's the 25th of May. On the 29th, I'm going in for major reconstructive elbow surgery, stemming from an old injury back from 1996, an old wrestling injury. And if you can see, my left arm doesn't extend all the way, and scar tissue, broken bone, and stuff like that. And the broken bone happened recently because of the osteoporosis, but I never let it stop me, and that's what I just want to share with people. I went to boot camp, went to an academy, played hockey, football, wrestling, baseball. If you put your mind to it, you can do it, but this is just something to where I need my arm. It's not my burning arm, so I'll be able to burn, and I have a few projects that I'm working on. And I just wanted to show you this one that we're going to be working on together, where I'm going to show you how I burned it. It's a picture of Mr. Nicola Tesla. I'm going to show you the photo that I chose and the completed burn. And without much further ado, we're going to go into the video on how I did his hand. Part one, we're going to go through it in steps. So I hope you guys like the video. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Hope to see you guys with the next video that's coming out here soon. I will catch you all soon. All right? Burn on, man. We're going to be starting off with the shadows, basically, and we're going to be jumping around a little bit, and we're going to be basically starting with the darkest of the dark and going into the light. So if you remember the photograph I showed you earlier, these are all just the little creases and wrinkles in the hand that we're going to be touching on and going over here. So we're moving along rather quickly. Remember that everything that we do here is all just detail work, okay? You're trying to convey depth. And I know I say that a lot, but that's the most important and easiest way to get any image across from the wood to the viewer's eyes in a pleasing manner. The way to do that is playing with light and shadow. So, like I said, we're doing all the dark spots, and we're going to be filling in from the darkest black to the lightest light. And basically here we are going over the mouth, and that's where the shadow, we're doing contact shadows as well. So that's a big one in front of his mouth here, where the hand is kind of obscuring the light from the flash of the photo. You're going to notice that there are sections of it that are darker and lighter, but still dark. So that's what we're touching on there with the chin and the face area. And here we go over to the thumb and more contact shadow. Actually, this may just be shadow as opposed to contact shadow, but we're just filling in. Remember to keep these lines unbroken, solid. Just go from one end to the other, no stopping. Once you get the first level of the burn, then you can go over really, and touch up. There we go, just working with shadow. And the thumb is a little further forward on the chin, so it's not going to be as dark of a shadow. And there will be contact shadows, so we will be working on that. And there we go to contact shadows here. Where it makes contact with the shirt. You got to remember that it's we're working in 2 dimensions, but trying to convey 3 dimensions. So again, that's where the shadows come in. And do not neglect contact shadows. Those are the most important aspect of conveying depth and realism is contact shadows. Okay, those are like, I can't stress that enough. Cannot stress the contact shadows enough. Just remember to feather. You don't, want any hard lines unless they are in the image itself. Remember, we are trying to duplicate something. So, like when you look down on the ground and you see your shadow on the ground, there are hard outlines, but there's also the feather. I can't think of the proper word for it, but the shadow is not going to be completely solid, unbroken lines, around the edges. The edges are going to be feathered. So you got to do that here as well. There we go. Just evening these out. More contact shadow up under here, or this is more like just obscuring of the light. And now we're adding detail under the finger. Remember your contact shadow that is making contact with his other hand and his other fingers. So you got to do that. Don't neglect those, remember, because you're going to see how this no longer looks flat after these shadows are added. You'll see, when you start doing your own work and you're going over everything and you're starting to feather your shadows out, and you'll notice that, depth and realism just pop and you won't have a flat, like a coloring book image. This finger's hidden, but it's not completely obscured. Remember, here we go, adding a little more shadow. Creases, there are wrinkles in the hand. And if you look at your own hand and wrist, none of these wrinkles are clean. So you have to try to convey that also when you're burning. So you're going to notice a little more quick and erratic movements. That is kind of my tremor thing, but it's also working with the image. Those short, choppy little burns, little marks. As you noticed, look at your hand. Remember, realism. Your hand is not like a glove that's perfectly smooth. It's wrinkled and it's got creases. Remember also, you want dark and light. You want a good contrast between the two, okay? Because that's how you get that image to pop. All right, guys, we're about finished up with this episode. So hit the like and subscribe button, share, and tune in next week or in a couple weeks, actually. Let's play this one by ear with the surgery coming up. We'll have part 2 coming out pretty soon. Catch y'all later. Burn on.